Good evening, viewers. Welcome to this edition of News in English from Dalsan TV with the latest from Somalia and across the world. I'm Hida Ahmed, and these are some of our top news headlines. Suspect arrested for murder of Mogadishu High School students. Somalis mourn death of great poet Hadrawi. The family of a teenager killed by police is seeking justice following the brutal murder of their son. Those are some of the stories making headlines in Somalia today. Welcome to the bulletin. The Somali police force has arrested a man in connection to the murder of a high school student who received her exams this week and performed exemplary well. The suspect stabbed the girl before trying to snatch a mobile phone she possessed.
The Benadir Police Administration has arrested a man who is believed to have murdered an 18-year-old girl in Mogadishu. Hibo Kasim, who graduated from secondary school on Tuesday, was stabbed several times, sustaining injuries that led to her death. The man, identified only with his first name, Jailani, was arrested after an investigation into the murder was conducted by the Somali police. Police revealed that the teenager's body bore stab wounds to the neck and chest. Good Samaritans rushed her to Gurmat Hospital, where she was pronounced dead due to heavy loss of blood. Both police and relatives said that the teenager was last seen at Ela Shabiha. She had left the company of her mother, whom they went shopping together. Lafole District Commissioner said the suspect is in custody, pending more investigation before he is taken to court. The Somali police have urged residents to report suspected thieves to the police, and they will do their investigation. The arrest comes days after police in Mogadishu arrested over 100 gang members and robbers. The suspect is believed to be a member of a notorious criminal gang, Yal Wero, which has terrorized Mogadishu residents.
A displaced family in Mogadishu is living in pain and daily agony following the death of their son, who was shot dead by government soldiers. The family has been unable to bury their king for lack of funds to facilitate his burial. Ainashir Osman with the details.
Mohammed Suleiman Hussein was murdered on August 15, 2022, but his body is still locked in the family's room located at a camp for internally displaced persons in Mogadishu. The family of 8 children is now appealing to well-wishers to help them raise the money for the burial. Furthermore, the deceased mother said the family is now worried that as the body continues to be in the room, they might not be able to bury their kin as per the traditions of Islam. The family of 20-year-old man who was killed by a police officer in Mogadishu has demanded justice from the government over the killing of their son by a police officer. The family, which lives in an IDP camp, said the deceased was the family's only breadwinner. The deceased was shot dead in Kahda district. There has been growing anger among some residents over alleged abuses by security forces, including beatings. As the family seeks justice from the government, admittedly security has improved in recent years, and the federal government of Somalia has made tremendous strides since 2010, which controlled only small district in Mogadishu. His death added to a series of police killings in the country which have never been explained, with the calls for accountability increasing. Police have been linked to a quite number of civilian killings in Somalia.
Award-winning Somali poet and Professor Mohammed Warsame Hadrawi has died in Hargeisa. The artist who composed more than 70 songs has been ill in recent months. Former professor of literature at the National Somali University, a songwriter, historian, and thinker, Mohammed Warsame Hadrawi has died. Born in 1943 in Togder, the professor was widely regarded as the greatest Somali poet in history. In a tweet, Ayan Mohammed, a close relative, said, "I'm heartbroken to inform you our giant Mohammed Ibrahim Warsame Hadrawi has passed away. May Allah bless him and grant him Jannah," she added. Hadrawi has composed more than 70 lyric songs and 200 epic poems. His early work was widely broadcast, set to music, and performed by leading singers. As the social and political criticism in his poems increased, the broadcasting was stopped, and in 1973, during Siad Barre's regime, he was imprisoned for 5 years. Following his release, Hadrawi orchestrated debate through the popular local form of chain poems, to which the late Muhammad Hashidam Agarie was a notable contributor, and his strong new work, composed in secret, was memorized and passed from person to person. Hadrawi is honored for creating profound and beautiful poems that enrich and expand the centuries-old oral poetry tradition that is central to contemporary Somali culture and identity. For sustaining shared historical awareness and inclusive discourse of divisive times, for his lifelong commitment to community development and social justice, and for building bridges, providing inspiration, and promoting peace through poetry. In December 2012, Hadrawi was given the highly prestigious Prince Claude Fund Award. His work over the years has given voice to ordinary Somalis' desire for love, freedom, justice, and peace. Angry mob attacked Somaliland's Minister of Animal Welfare Said Suluk Mohammed with stones while he was attending a funeral of 3 people who died in the protests in Somaliland last Thursday. A video posted on social media showed people throwing stones at the minister and the minister's bodyguards firing shots to stop people from throwing stones. There was no loss of life in the incident, but it was reported that the minister's car was damaged. At least 3 people died, while another 100 were injured in demonstrations in the cities of Bur'o, Hargeisa, and Erigabo last week. Opposition leaders and protesters have been demanding that the presidential election take place on time in November. The opposition parties blamed the government for the killing of the 3 people who were shot by the police during the demonstration, but a new committee tasked with mediating between the opposition and the government said that the government will pay compensation to those who lost their lives in the protest and medicine to the injured. And now to neighboring Kenya. Kenya's President-elect William Ruto said he's ready to forge ahead in tackling economic crisis in the country while stating that he has no time to waste. The President-elect defeated veteran politician Raila Odinga, who has prepared a legal challenge to overturn his loss in the recently concluded election. In the results, Chebukati declared the Kenya Kwanza Alliance William Ruto as the president-elect after garnering over 7 million votes, representing 50. In the results, Chebukati declared Kenya Kwanza Alliance's William Ruto as the president-elect after garnering over 7 million votes, representing 50% of the tallied votes. Raila came in second with over 6 million votes, representing 48% of the total votes tallied. When he hosted Kenya Kwanza elected leaders yesterday at his official residence in Karen, Ruto dwelt on some of the immediate matters on his in-tray once he shifts his residential address from Karen Road to State House Road. Taiwan's Air Force showcased its anti-aircraft capabilities on Thursday, saying they were ready for action 24 hours a day as the democratically governed island faces sustained pressure from the Chinese military drills. China, which claims Taiwan as its territory, has been carrying out exercises around the island after a visit this month by US. House of Representatives Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who was followed by 5 US lawmakers on Sunday and Monday. Pelosi's visit infuriated China, which responded with test launches of ballistic missiles over Taipei for the first time and sent warships and fighter jets close to Taiwan. Also on display was the Olicon GDF-006 35mm anti-aircraft gun, which officers demonstrated how to set up and how it was aimed at incoming aircraft. And with that story, we come to the end of this English edition of News from Somalia on Dalsan TV. My name is Bak Ahmed. Until we meet again, enjoy the rest of your video.